a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Andrew Scott, actor. Andrew Scott is an Irish film, television, and stage actor. In 2010, he achieved widespread recognition playing the role of Jim Moriarty in the BBC series Sherlock, a dramatic role which continued until 2017. In 2017 he won acclaim playing the title role of Hamlet in a production first staged at the Almeida Theatre, directed by Robert Icke. Scott has received various awards including 2 Laurence Olivier Award for Outstanding Achievement in an Affiliate Theatre, for his roles in A Girl in a Car with a Man at the Royal Court Theatre, along with his role in Cock, also at the Royal Court. He has also won 2 IFTA Awards for his roles in the films Dead Bodies and The Stag, a British Academy Television Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Sherlock, a BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Pride, and 2 BBC Audio Drama Awards for his radio work. Early life and education. Scott was born in Dublin, Ireland. His father, Jim, worked in an employment agency, and his mother, Nora, was an art teacher. He has an older sister, Sarah, a sports coach, and a younger sister, Hannah. Scott attended Gonzaga College, a private Jesuit Catholic school for boys on the south side of Dublin. He took Saturday classes at a drama school for children, and appeared in 2 ads on Irish television. At 17, he was chosen for a starring role in his first film, Career. Scott won a bursary to art school, but elected to study drama at Trinity College, Dublin, leaving after 6 months to join Dublin's Abbey Theatre. He once stated to the London Evening Standard magazine that he always had a healthy obsession with acting. Career. After filming a small part in Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan, Scott worked with film and theatre director Karel Rice in the Gate Theatre, Dublin, production of Long Day's Journey into Night, taking the role of Edmund, the younger son, in the Eugene O'Neill play about a tortured American family in the early part of the 20th century. He won Actor of the Year at the Sunday Independent Spirit of Life Arts Awards 1998 and received an Irish Times Theatre Award 1998 nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Scott appeared in the small part of Michael Bodkin in the film Nora, with Ewan McGregor, and in a television adaptation of Henry James as the American, alongside Diana Rigg and Matthew Modine, before making his London theatre debut in Conor McPherson's Dublin Carol with Brian Cox at the Royal Court Theatre. He was then cast in the BAFTA-winning drama Longitude, opposite Michael Gambon, and the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers. Scott has described the working atmosphere on Band of Brothers as awful. In 2004, he was named one of European Film Promotion's shooting stars. After starring in My Life in Film for the BBC, he received his first Olivier Award for his role in A Girl in a Car with a Man at the Royal Court, and the Theatregoers' Choice Award for his performance in the National Theatre's Aristocrats. He then created the roles of the twin brothers in the original Royal Court production of Christopher Shin's Dying City, which was later nominated for the Pulitzer Prize. In 2006, he made his Broadway debut opposite Julianne Moore and Bill Nighy in the Music Box Theatre production of The Vertical Hour, written by David Hare and directed by Sam Mendes, for which he was nominated for a Drama League Award. In 2008, Scott appeared as Colonel William Smith in the HBO miniseries John Adams, opposite Laura Linney and Paul Giamatti. Mamie Gummer, Meryl Streep's daughter, played his sister. In 2009, he appeared in Seawall, a one-man show written especially for him by playwright Simon Stevens. He starred alongside Ben Whishaw, Catherine Parkinson and Paul Jesson in a sellout run of Cock at the Royal Court in late 2009, a production which won an Olivier Award in 2010. He has been seen in Foyle's War as a prisoner determined to allow himself to hang for a crime he may not have committed, which was described in Slant magazine as a standout performance. Other film appearances included a role in Chasing Cotards, the short film Silent Things, and as Paul McCartney in the BBC film Lennon Naked. He also starred in the critically acclaimed 2010 film The Duel. He is most well known as Sherlock Holmes' nemesis Moriarty in the BBC drama series Sherlock, and he had a guest role in the second series of Garrow's Law playing a gay man on trial for sodomy. In 2010, he appeared with Lisa Dillon and Tom Burke in the Old Vic comedy about a three-way love affair, Noel Coward's Design for Living. In 2011, he played the lead role of Julian in Ben Power's adaptation of Henrik Ibsen's epic Emperor and Galilean at the National Theatre in London. He had a part in BBC Two's original drama The Hour as Adam Luray, a failed, secretly gay, actor. In addition to his stage and TV work, Scott is also known for his voice acting in radio plays and audiobooks, such as the roles of Jay Gatsby in Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, and Stephen Dedalus in James Joyce's Ulysses. In November 2013, Scott took part in the National Theatre's 50 Years on Stage, a theatrical event which consisted of excerpts from many plays over the National's 50-year run and was broadcast live on television. Scott performed a scene from Angels in America by Tony Kushner alongside Dominic Cooper. Scott has described the experience as overwhelming, adding, "What a night and what an honor to be there." Recently Scott took to the stage in Birdland, written by Simon Stevens and directed by Carrie Cracknell at the Royal Court Theatre, playing the central character of Paul, a rock star, at the pinnacle of his career on the verge of a breakdown. Scott received positive reviews for the performance, with comments such as "beautifully played" and "he pulls off the brilliant trick of being totally dead behind the eyes and fascinating, at the same time, an appalling creature who's both totem and symptom." In 2015, he appeared in the James Bond film Spectre, as Max Denby, a member of the British government intent on shutting down the 00 section of MI6. In 2017, Scott's performance in the title role of Hamlet won critical acclaim. The play was directed by Robert Icke and first produced at the Almeida Theatre. The production was filmed and broadcast on BBC Two at Easter 2018. Scott works with the charity Ideas Tap, mentoring young actors and helping to start their careers. Personal life. Scott is openly gay, and has commented that, mercifully, these days people don't see being gay as a character flaw. But nor is it a virtue, like kindness, or a talent, like playing the banjo. It's just a fact. Of course, it's part of my makeup, but I don't want to trade on it. On being asked as to how he prepared his accent for his BBC Two drama Legacy, where he played a Soviet diplomat, he said, "There isn't a huge amount of footage of Russians speaking English as a second language, so I started looking at Vladimir Putin videos on YouTube. But then Putin introduced anti-gay legislation this summer, so, being a gay person, I switched to Rudolf Nureyev videos instead. It was another Nureyev defection of sorts." Scott was ranked at number 22 in the Independent's Rainbow List 2014, 101 lesbian, bisexual, gay, and transgender people who make a real difference. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?